Tom here, FlipAnything USA. So, back in the field here, you guys might remember me putting in these fences on these houses. I own this house here, this corner house. I just sold that house, and I sold that house about a year ago, and all four of these. And it's kind of nice having these ones all so close together whenever I had, well, like I have a landscaper here right now mowing. So it was always convenient. So one of the finishing touches I have, because this one's about to go on the market over here. So it's going to be staged and everything else. Just a really clean old house from 1967, and it's just about ready to be painted. One of the things I'm doing, you can see this little light here. This is a little cap light. These are pretty cool. I think they cost about $5 a piece. You can see the light coming on when I cover it up. So it's just a cool little accent light. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these on every other post, if not every post, on that side and on this side here. One of the neighbors said, man, please Tom, tell me you're not gonna put those lights on every post. It's gonna look like a runway for a plane coming in. But yes, I am afraid that's exactly what I'm gonna do, because I think it's gonna make it look great. So that's what's happening. These folks have been moved in. They just put a new roof. This house I just sold a month or two ago. That's house I made about 400 grand on. Actually made the whole price on it because somebody else paid for it after renting it for so many years. But, and again, this one here will be the last one I sell probably in this subdivision. But this one is next right here. And I guess I'll take you guys inside real quick. We'll take a look. And then I'm gonna take you over to the other house I'm selling, which is about half a mile that way. Different subdivision. That's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Now this one, I put this rock in here and I kind of regret it. You can hear it. It's kind of like, see, it's a little bit round. So it sounds like you're walking on marbles. I don't care for it much. On the next house, I went to like a lava rock. The lava rock, I think it's better looking. It'll look good with that gray-green kind of color that I went with over there. So in here, crown molding's up, so it makes a low ceiling room look a little better. And you can see the old cabinets are still in. We still got to put, you know, we'll stage this. We'll put a TV on that wall. You can see there was a mantle here. Son of a bitch. I bet my old tenants cut these off without asking him. These got cut off. What do you think, Beto? I bet he cut these off for his TV, didn't he? We can tell there's been a TV hanging here. But anyhow, this is where the mantle would have hung. So this one is about ready. Like I say, they just threw up the crown. It's just about ready for painters. Painter's gonna come in tomorrow. I'm gonna keep these old original cabinets because I like the way they look myself. They look remarkably good for being 50, 60 years old. And in here, the bathrooms, of course, are tiny. Let's see, cute, but you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna have the bath glass folks come in here. This is a little bathroom here. This will be glass, 2 sides. This will be a glass door. Again, kind of a dinky master in here. And what I plan on doing is, even though I'm gonna make that look like a bedroom, I'm gonna stage this place. So the stager's gonna come out and put some furniture in. But we've got this little laundry room here. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this room look like the master. We're gonna make this the master bedroom. Although it doesn't have a bathroom, it does have a decent sized closet, which we don't have in the real master. So that's the plan, make this look like the master. It's gonna have its own exit out. And, but overall, this old house is looking pretty good. And now we'll head over. Now we're gonna head over to the 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It's about a mile away. Now I'm gonna list this house. I think I'm gonna list it for $649. And I expect it's gonna sell for almost $700,000, if not a little more. I've even thought about putting it up a little bit higher. Maybe I'll put it up $729. I'm gonna think about that. I was thinking $649, but things are going crazy. And you know, you can always go down, right? You can always drop the price, but they're really, in my experience lately, it's been a lot better to just put it just a little bit, like price it right. Price it what you think is right, or maybe just a hair under, because then you get a lot more people looking at it. You'll get more people looking at it if you do that. And then what happens is, you know, when people want something, they, you know, they'll figure out a way to come up with that extra money. You know, and as it is, if you don't know this already, the prices have changed so drastically lately here that what's happening is people are doing what they call an appraisal waiver. If you don't know what an appraisal waiver is where you basically, if you're going to buy a property and you're going to put, let's say you're going to put 20% down, you know, so just say a $500,000 house, you put, you know, you're going to got 20% down, 20% of whatever the appraisal is. So if the appraisal comes up 500,000, but the agreed sales price is 600,000, then because there's a real chance of the appraisal not being as high as the sale price, so what you do is the buyers have to sign an appraisal waiver, and what that means is they're going to get a loan for 80% of the appraisal amount, but whatever the agreed sales price is that's over and above that, they got to come out of pocket for that. So if you got a house that appraised at say 500,000 and it sold for 600,000, well, they're going to get a loan right off the bat for, you know, for 80% of 500,000, which is 400,000. So they're going to get a $400,000 loan, but they're going to have to come up with the 100 grand for the 20% down, plus they're going to have to come up with the other 100 grand, which is the 100 grand over and above appraisal amount. So that's what an appraisal waiver is all about. You're going to encounter it. You're probably going to encounter it if you buy anything this year, okay? Or if you sell anything this year. And so take a look. I just did this. That's a house I sold last year. The neighbor split the cost fence with me, which was nice of him. I appreciate him doing that. And I gave him the good side. And this one is going on the market next. But so this place is looking great. And there's the fence. And you know what? I'm going to put those same lights I was describing earlier. I'm going to put those on this fence too, I think. So let's talk about the rock. We got Antonio here, and we had to get it from two different sources, so the rock doesn't match exact. But you can see this here, and this stuff is expensive as shit right now, but it kind of gets a little darker. You can see the color where it changes here. It matches good. I like it. I like both colors. Here's Antonio, my trusted concrete guy that helps me with just about everything else I need. He's putting up fences. He'll tear down anything. It's very great. He put in all this rock. Yeah, it looks really good, man. It looks really good. So look at this. This is like the final part. It just kind of framed the picture, right? And, you know, maybe the address will go on this little flat rock we got here. But this has got some major curb appeal now. So much better. Oh, yeah, let's go take a look in the back. He was saying we got it in the back. So, yeah, so we poured all this concrete. Oh yeah, that looks great. That looks great. And so we continued with this metal, this flat metal divider. It's just clean looking, looks really great. But we poured all this concrete and we got rock. You know, everywhere there's a place for rock, we got rock. So I'm really happy the way that looks. Looks good, Antonio. And you know, this house is clean now. Now, we're gonna take all these leaves up, and reveal the dirt, scarify the dirt a little bit, throw some grass seed, rake it again, and get some green coming up. I don't want to put sod down, too expensive. Everything's expensive as shit. You know, this fence, I just put in this section of fence here, and I told my neighbor I'd give him the good side, and if he split it with me, and he agreed. And this is a guy that I sold the house to a year and a half ago, and he's very happy because the house is worth about 200 grand more than what I sold it to him for. But this is an enormous lot, and you know, there's room for cars to drive in the back if you wanted to add something back here. It actually has good commercial potential, and I've got an 8-foot fence here to, you know, so you don't see the store across the street and not as much traffic noise. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. Man, maybe this is going to be a $600,000 home too. You know what? That'd be wonderful. So I'm going to sell this house and the other one, and I already have a building I'm looking to buy right now for $1.6 million or $7 million. It's going to be one or the other. And So I'll take these two houses that virtually no longer make money as rentals. They don't make much sense as rentals anymore because the taxes and everything else and the rent doesn't keep up. Once you get a house over 300 grand, your returns go down, your cap rate goes down because they just don't pencil as well. And that's the case with this one and that one. But so these two assets that are virtually just carrying themselves, they're going to be sold, and I'll take the $1.2 million that I get out of these two. I'll buy this other building, and I'll start getting. I'll get about $84,000 a year on my $1.2 million. That's 7%. Plus, on the borrowed money, I'll get another 6 times 7, 42. I'll get another $21,000. So I'll end up getting about $95,000 a year income from these two houses when I sell them and buy something else. So that's the plan. Hey, I'm changing up the channel. I'm starting to get some help. Going to have a little better production here pretty soon. I got 2 guys I'm hiring this today, and so please subscribe. Helps the channel, and please share. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Bye.